Just kidding, guys. If you don't know, that is a reference from a movie that most of y'all probably don't know about. But welcome to another video by me, Trex, a North American Mobile Legends shoutcaster. Today, we are going to be talking about, well, we're actually not going to be talking. What we're going to be doing is Iesf bracket predictions. Our last video was kind of a tier list on where all of the countries pan out in the upcoming Iesf competition. If you guys don't know what Iesf is, it is a International Esports Federation World Tournament. They just introduced Mobile Legends to it. But let's cut to the chase. If you want more info, you can always watch some of my previous videos on this subject. Now, we're not going to waste too much time. I already blew your eardrums out. Let's jump right into the bracket. Quick thing. I just want to point out, guys, I've been making these videos at like 8. It's right now in North America, it's 9:18 a.m. So yeah, I've been waking up early to do these because, you know, a guy's got to work. He's got to do things. I'm kind of a busy guy, you know, but we've been really trying hard to put out at least like a video a day, a video every other day, a few videos a week, whatever we can. And to do that, sometimes Trex has to wake up very, very early. So we have our coffee. And we're not going to talk your ears off anymore. Well, we're going to keep on talking, but we're not going to talk about things you don't really care about, like me. Anyways, so what we're using, just to let you know, we're not sponsored by this website, but quick tip, challenge.com, challenge, as in CHALLONGE.com, lets you create your own brackets for different games and stuff. I use it for a lot of events I host. But the coolest thing, honestly, is the predictions. So like, for me, a lot of times when events come up, if I want to make predictions, I will literally just make a false bracket here, and then I can make my own predictions on the bracket because they have a really cool. So I just click on. I'm also going to leave a link for this bracket right here in the description, so feel free to like make your own predictions. And again, they're not sponsoring me or anything. I just like to see people's predictions on stuff like this. So you click on start prediction. I already started predictions, and this is what you're going to see. I'm going to do create a prediction. And there it is. So pretty much you just drag people over. Now, again, if you guys are new, for those that don't know, it is Cambodia, Namibia, Malaysia, Vietnam, Slovenia, Argentina, Indonesia, and Philippines. Now, it's a double elimination bracket all the way until the end. So we're not going to waste any more time, even though I've said this a few times. Up first, Cambodia up against Namibia. Now, honestly, I said it in my tier list. I don't think Namibia is going to do that great. First of all, they weren't even the original winners. Cambodia is already kind of a team that I feel like I maybe put a little too low on the tier list. People in the comments were already telling me how dare I put them below Argentina, but we'll see how things play out. So I do give the dub on this one to Cambodia. Honestly, all of these are best of threes, and I think that could end up being a 2-0 sweep, right? So Namibia goes down to the bottom bracket. Cambodia moves forward. After that, Malaysia up against Vietnam. Now, we did the Vietnam quote too early in the beginning of this video.
I promise I didn't even think about that.
So honestly, I feel like Malaysia's got this one. I just feel like Malaysia's Todak, and I think they're gonna they're like up there. Like they honestly have a chance of winning this, in my opinion. There are the possibilities there, right? So I'm gonna give it to Malaysia. I will give Vietnam. I also feel like maybe the tier list was not easy, and the team that that's from Vietnam is the Mekong team it's MDH essentially. So they are going to M4 as well. So this is like, we can't count them out. This is a good opportunity for them, just like how I kind of talked about Argentina in the tier list video, of how they can prove themselves before the world stage, right? How they can maybe get a feel of a big world setting tournament. And I also think for teams like Todak here, teams like MDH, even, even Blacklist, even though I don't think they really need it. This will be a nice, maybe kind of warm up before M4 for all of them. So I do give it to Malaysia. Vietnam will go down to the lower bracket. Now, Slovenia versus Argentina, again, as you guys know, for me, I don't think this is really a question. If Argentina loses here, everything I've talked about them for the past like 3 weeks, it's going down the drain. They're going to make me look really bad. So Argentina will move forward. This is mostly S11 Gaming playing in Argentina. I think there are like 1 or 2 subs or like 2 of their bench players or something like that. But Argentina will move forward. The main reason isn't because like Argentina is this super powerhouse team. It's that Slovenia wasn't the first place. Like a lot of for a couple like Nambia, Slovenia, a couple of these like things happened and the winners weren't able to travel or something, so the runner-ups came, and that's who Slovenia is, the runner-up. Sorry, Slovenia. So yeah, they'll go down to the bottom bracket. Argentina will move forward. This, again, I think is going to be a sweep. I think the Vietnam and Malaysia one could be 2-1. Maybe, but I got a feeling Todak's. I think a lot of this first round is going to be sweepies. Last but not least, and probably something very interesting, they put somehow Indonesia and Philippines got paired up right in the very beginning. Coincidence, possibly. Maybe it was done on purpose. Who knows? Anyways, I do think Philippines or Blacklist Philippines are going to win this. Indonesia, their representative is Evos, which nothing against Evos. I just like they didn't do that well in the season, in MPLID season. Didn't they get like bottom? Like they didn't even make it to playoffs. So like I don't even understand how they're here. Like did RQ and Onic even try to compete for Iesf? What happened, guys? Someone please explain this to me. I know I made a video about how there was all this confusion. Bigatron was supposed to go. Then they made like 3 more hoops that every team had to jump through just to get to this. And in the end, somehow, Evos cons their way to a #1 spot. They won fair and square. I'm just joking, not con. Bring on the hateful chat. But yeah, because of this, I do think Philippines will end up winning this, but you never know. If like what we saw in MPLI, Blacklist is just dog water now. If they perform like how they performed in MPLI, then there could be some problems. But I've expressed my opinion on it many times. I do not think that was Blacklist's max performance in MPLI. I don't know what was going on. I'm not saying that they just like threw the game on purpose or anything, but I definitely think I don't know. I've never seen Blacklist, I think, play that bad. Anyways, so with that being said, we're just gonna keep on. We're just gonna go down and down and down and down just like that, right? So down onto the lower bracket. First team that will be eliminated from this whole event will be Nambia, because Vietnam is probably going to win. That's just, again, my opinion, right? But I do believe it. I think, and then after that, Indonesia stomps Slovenia 2-0. No questions asked, right? Not a single one. I don't think a lot of these early on matches need too much explaining. I think Slovenia and Nambia just aren't going to be experienced enough. They don't stand a chance. You could take, the worst team in any of the MPLs, and they will probably stomp them. No, sorry Nambia, sorry Slovenia. It's just, again, it's my opinion. Now, up to the top part. This is where things are going to start getting a little bit interesting, right? We have Cambodia up against Malaysia. Now, Cambodia, I think they do stand an opportunity. I think they're going to be kind of up to date with meta, know what they're doing a bit, but I still don't think they're going to be able to handle Todak. I think Todak is definitely in it for the long haul here. And the interesting thing about this is when Todak wins this, it's going to put them in a very good position in the upper bracket, right? Because now they're looking at guaranteed. It's a guaranteed top 3 spot, actually. So, I mean, what more could you really ask for? But I do think they, I mean, I haven't really thought that far ahead, but I do think they could end up making it to the finals here. Now, after that, we have Argentina versus Philippines. I think Philippines really, I mean, there could be here's the thing. If Philippines beats Indonesia, then they're going to beat Argentina. If somehow Philippines, like, I know I'm really hyping Argentina up, and maybe it's just my heart. Maybe I'm just like, God, I want more North and South America teams to do well. But, like, I don't think this may not be a sweep, right? Argentina may take a game here. But it's definitely not going to be easy. In the end, Philippines will most likely reign dominant, though, right? So back into the lower bracket, more people going home at this point. We have Argentina versus Vietnam. This is where things are going to start getting a little bit spicy, because this is where I do think Argentina could take this game. I do think that from what I've seen from them in South America, they do look good, and not just good in a sense of like, oh, they're beating a bunch of other South America teams. Yeah, it's easy. GG's over there. No problem. Anybody, you could put any Asian team over there and they dominate. But the thing is it's not just like they're playing good against other trash or anything like that. What their picks, their drafts, their gameplay, it is up to date. It is up to date what's happening around the world. And I've stated this in a lot of videos before. I think North and South America both are like, I don't see many countries like falling behind in the meta anymore, like playing like a months ago meta. Everyone is playing the same way currently, picking the same types of heroes. So it's really going to come down to the draft, but not in exactly what they're picking, but how you draft against your opponent with the picks that are available and the actual mechanical skill and just those types of things playing, like skills of the game, not as much as like, you know, still picking some hero that was bad that got nerfed 3 months ago. But I do think Argentina will come out on top of this. After that, Cambodia versus Indonesia. Now, Cambodia, by this time, you've had a good run. You've done well. But I do think Indonesia will come out on top of this one. I think at this point, these games could start getting interesting, you know, 2-1s, either way, maybe not sweeps, but things could start, because again, it's not like I don't think, because, I hate to keep putting down Evos like this, but because it's like, it's, you know, Onyx didn't come over, I think, I'm wondering how, I'm really wondering how Evos is going to do here. They do have some different players in than what their season 10 roster was and stuff like that, so we'll see. I am giving them the win here, but I don't know if it's all just going to be easy, clean runnings for everybody in this bottom bracket. Now back up to the top, Malaysia versus Philippines. Now this is a game that I think is going to be smoky. I honestly, I know everyone in the chat or anyone watching this is probably like, of course, Philippines. This whole tournament, it's already Philippines. Let me just put them up in the top bracket right now. Let's not waste any freaking time, guys. That's what they should have started. They should have just started over here, dragged Philippines way up here, and GG's. The rest of the time doing this video is a waste. But no, I do honestly believe that, again, I think we're going to get a nice taste to see where Blacklist's head is really at in the current meta during this event. And that's why this bracket's actually kind of hard to test, because so much has changed in the last 2 patches. And, yeah, man, it's really hard. I think, Todak could pull this off. I think Philippines could pull this off. But we are going to give it to Philippines. Again, 2-1, right? So after this, Argentina versus Indonesia. Can Argentina pull this off against Indonesia? I think at this point it's going to just come down to experience. And I mean, Argentina, they're a good team, but I don't know if they're going to be able to beat, you know, Evos. And I know I've been talking down about Evos, but I don't think they're going to be able to pull that off. Indonesia will end up taking the win on this. And then I think Todak beats Indonesia here. I think it's possible, right? And then back to the top. Let's get real crazy, right? Let's get real crazy. Honestly, I think Blacklist really want this, right? I think Todak really wants this as well. Sorry, guys. I think every team here is going to really want this, right? And a piece of me is going, let's stir the pot. Let's get real crazy in here and just put Todak as the winners and make every PH person mad at me. But my thoughts on Blacklist is, I think, like, I don't know, man. Even if they're a little different on the meta, even if they, like, it's what they've always been, right? It's what they've always done. And, like, they just they have a way about them that when it comes down to the nitty-gritty, they're able to come out on top. So, like, I think Todak can definitely give them a run for their money, but in the end, I do believe Philippines is going to come out on top in the Iesf here. Yep. And that is it. I just think that and of course things could switch around. Maybe Blacklist takes a weird loss at some point here. Maybe someone else ends up here. You never know. Anything can happen. It's Mobile Legends, and like I said, with all the patch notes that came in, what's going to be, like I said, the best thing I think about this event is that it's happening so close before M4, and it's giving all of, because I've been where I'm like, so what is going on in the patches right now? Like, so much is happening. So much is changing. We went from a tank meta to MPLI where people were picking up Gushin and Burst Heroes, and now we're seeing a lot of other things as well coming into play. There's going to be probably another patch or two drop, a couple small adjustments. So I think this is going to be a great stage where we're going to get to have a quick little teaser, quick little taste test on what's going on in the world of Mobile Legends. Now, if you guys agree with me, disagree with me, feel free to let me know in the comments. Keep it clean though. You know, nobody's disrespecting anybody here. Nobody's trying to be rude. We're just giving our simple opinions, and of course, my opinion could be complete and utter garbage. Your opinion could be complete and utter garbage. It doesn't really matter. It's your opinion. You're allowed to have one. I'm allowed to have one. These are my feelings. And hopefully I put it in a way that doesn't upset you too much. Now, thank you guys for watching. It has been a pleasure. Again, feel free to use the site. I'll leave this link in the description, so feel free to make your own predictions. Just like I'm showing you now, you'll just kind of pick the winner, type in whatever, and you're good to go. Thank you, and we'll see you guys in the next video.